Yo, I want to know how y'all feel about prenuptial agreements, prenups as they would call it, because I seen a clip that stand-up comedian Andrew Schultz, also co-host with Charlamagne the God of the Brilliant Idiots. I'm definitely familiar with him. He made a good point with that. Like if you're a man and you have a prenup, you do not have a wife, you have a girlfriend. And again, you don't have to be in a relationship to have perspective on it. But is this more of a cultural thing or a religion thing or race thing? Because the prenups are definitely something that really it can tell you a little bit, maybe a lot about a person. But I really thought it was an interesting take because not everybody think prenups are necessary. What's up, blessed ones? You are now blaring the podcast. Brought to you by AB1 Studios. Thank you for your time. Listening. You wanna know something else, blessed ones? Like, I've been married, and I didn't sign one. I mean, I don't even know if I thought about it at the time. I know my dad, I remember he told me, like, he didn't sign one when he was married to my mom. This is just a normal thing, though. Like, when you get married to someone, this is a decision. This is someone that you choose to spend the rest of your life with. Why you signing a prenup? You got to make that decision. And I know things happen, and that's another reason why people may sign one, because there was another clip that I seen. There was a gentleman talking about how, why we love women so much as men. Like I said, it's not really more so of the work. Like, what we love them for, a lot of things is just they already have. Like, the things that women love us for, we mainly gotta work for it. Like, we have to, have a car, have a house, have a job, gotta be in a financial stable position. And I can understand why prenups and marriage will go hand in hand. Just imagine, you've been with someone for 10 years and not marrying them. And then say you're married for 10 years and you have a prenup. Why would someone be with you for 10 years and not marry you? Because, again, time has changed, but it's still not that much change where, men aren't proposing. I mean, there's women proposing now, but I think that was even something that might have happened back in the day, but don't quote me on that. Because a lot of times it's not required for you to marry this person. You're already, getting sex, you're already getting all the benefits. Y'all live together, y'all got children, you're already reaping the benefits of, being with someone. I mean, again, a lot of people, especially in America, especially in the black culture, they don't really believe in marriage. They don't want to get married. They don't. It's like because it's a business thing. It's a thing. But is marriage really designed to be like a business? I mean, we live in America. That's just some of the things that happens. But is marriage really about that covenant with God? When you think of marriage, do you think about this person being your life partner and y'all having and forming a foundation together? Or is marriage more so just about trying to benefit off one another? Because a prenup to me, because again, I've been married before. I say it all the time, but even now, I wouldn't get a prenup. Thank God, my ex-wife, my son's mother, we was in a position where, I mean, shoot, we didn't even really have to sign a prenup. I mean, and even after, it wasn't really nothing. We literally didn't have anything. Like I had, maybe a car to my name. She had a car to her name, but it was like, hey, we wasn't at the time wasn't running into businesses. We didn't have any assets or nothing. So, and it wasn't really nothing that I thought about because for me it was just, hey, I'm with you forever. Like I don't care. And even I'm sure that sometimes it crosses people's minds. You can be the most faithful person, the most honorable person, the most accountable person, and it might still cross your mind because it's like, things happen. But like I say, it will tell you a lot, maybe a little, about the type of person you are if you sign one. And because I saw a video of the girl, she was like, yeah, she's not signing up. What's yours is mine, what's mine is yours. And there's a lot of people that have that mentality. But I think about, like, even in the golden era, even back in the times where Jesus walked the earth and, you had Abraham and Sodom and Gomorrah, all these, like, there wasn't, like, because again, there's laws now, like, there's certain laws now, there's these American laws. I don't know if it's something that's just happening in America. Again, to call me I'm a little bit culturally ignorant when it comes to different cultures, because I know in the black community, it's already hard it is just to get married, let alone think about a damn prenup. But I just thought that it would be something interesting to talk about because it goes back into accountability. Again, like, imagine owning a gun, right? But the bullets cost more than the gun. I'm not a gun person, but think about it. Like, you have a car, but you gotta put gas in it. When you need gas in that car and you don't have anything to put gas in it, you're a little bit more skeptical on what you do. So think of it also the same thing with marriage, right? When you're married and you sign a prenup, you're a little bit more skeptical on how you move. Not saying that that's why people should and shouldn't cheat. No way, no way. I do not condone that at all. Even in my unfaithfulness and fidelity in my marriage, I knew I was wrong. But you have a little bit more. You make better choices when there is something on the line. But again, I still don't believe in it. Like, I feel like, hey, you should know yourself, and of course you change. And that person should also change with you. There's also that that grace that we all must have in marriage, where, of understanding. I mean, I think it just all bit depends on also the deal breaker, what the deal breaker is, because, you know, let's say you're in a relationship, and I talked about this in my previous episode, as far as, God only acknowledging marriage. But let's say you're in a relationship, you're dating someone, and y'all are not exclusive. You can do whatever you want. Because it goes back into accountability. Like, people like to have the freedom to make their own choices. They don't want to have no strings or no accountability. Again, not saying that it's right, but it's like, you have a choice. You can, I don't care how much, like, again, I'm broke. I can't, maybe I can, but you can have whatever money you want. You can have however much money you want. But nobody wants to go through that prenup. Because even like in child support, like, that's not prenuptial. You got Kanye West paying, I don't know if it's per kid or all together, but he's paying like, what is it? Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not even going to say the number, but Kanye's paying for child support. He has 4 kids with Kim. And then again, he just recently got married to someone else. I don't know what type of time bro's on, but you have people who are on child support, men and women, mainly men though. So think about those who, man, think about those who sign a prenup. No, if you sign a prenup, you might be a sucker. You might be a sucker, but it's going back again to other aspects. You want to protect yourself because again, men, like I said, men men's standards can be a little lower than women. I'm gonna say it right now, like, like I said, you don't have to have nothing. I mean, I don't know the number, but like, you can be a 10, fat ass, nice breasts, right? You can be a 10 physically, but then be a 3 or a 4 or 5 everywhere else. Like, you don't cook, you don't clean, you might just have, a high school diploma, which is fine, but like, you might not have nothing going for yourself. You might just be a face. You might just be a look. And there's some men out there who will wife you because, again, like that, just the fact of you having been arm candy. Nobody's going to be sitting here looking at women thinking about, oh, what type of job she has or what she does, which is kind of crazy to me. But it's like, like, when men, look at women, first thing, I will say first thing, they might find you attractive. And if we pursue you, it's because, we we will want to get to know you, hoping that y'all fit our bill. But this is me speaking in a general sense. Not all men think that way. Not for me, like, of course I would love to have a beautiful woman by my side, attractive, but to me, you just can't be that. Now, I done been with women who I wasn't as attractive to physically. But again, at the time when I was younger, my goal was to build something with someone. But I was younger, like I said, I ain't had nothing to my name, but it was still certain things that I wanted. I wanted to be the provider. I wanted to be there for the woman that I'm with. And again, I've had women in my life who were beautiful, beautiful. Like all the women I've been with were beautiful. They was beautiful inside and out. But there what I'm saying is there has been some who I was with that, kind of, I see them different. I seen them differently. I'll give you one. There was one woman, one lady, one girl I was with. At the time, it was platonic. Then it turned romantic. So it's like sometimes you can build attraction. Sometimes that attraction comes later. Maybe sometimes you might, even when you become intimate with someone physically, imagine just kicking it with someone and y'all might feel each other's vibe and y'all might share a kiss or y'all might have sex. And then that's then where those soul ties come in, because you will then connect on another level that is like, okay, now you're attracted to this person, but attracted to this person in another way. So that's what I mean. But just to stay on topic, sorry, I'm it's been one of those days, but I just want to stay on point. Should people sign prenups, especially if they're already well off? I'm not someone that has a lot of money right now. I'm not rich. I don't have six figures, making six-figure jobs, seven-figure income, or nothing like that. But to me, if I'm gonna sit here and sign a prenup with someone, that already goes to say that I haven't, I'm not trying to sit here and say I have intentions on getting divorced, but it's I'm trying to protect myself. So if something happened where she wants to walk away, I'm protected. But it's nah, because here's my take. This is me. This is how I look at it. 'Cause I've been married. This is how I look at it, right? For me, if I'm with you, I want to be with you forever. That's what I want. I'm still sometimes have some traumas, being divorced and stuff. But it's hey, maybe might as well have a great relationship. It didn't work out. But like I said, it's not just something that you can just cut off. But at the same time, it's I'm going to be with you forever. So the next person that I marry, the next woman that I put my life put my life on the line before God, before her family. Like, I'm not signing nothing. We're not signing no prenup. Because you as my wife, regardless of if we're married for 5 weeks or 50 years, Lord's will, I make it 50 years. I'm still young. I can live to 100. That's all I want to do. But it's like you earned it. You're gonna earn that 7, 6, 7, 8 figure income that I get. You're gonna earn part of that. That house that we built together, you're gonna earn part of that. I'll put myself in a position, like I say, I don't want to sit here and date and deal with anybody until I have a suitcase full of money. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but my thing is, I want to make sure that regardless of the situation, because I'm gonna tell you this one thing again. Yes, I've been married before, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. When I get in a better position, I'm gonna take care of my ass. Why? Because at the same time, I still, we still have a son that we co-parent together. And I'll be damned that I'll sit here and have my ex-wife or my son struggling while my son's living with her. I'm not in a position right now for where I can, just have him full time. We have an understanding. That's our prerogative. We have an understanding. But what I'm saying is, like, I might say, okay, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to be sitting here taking care of her bills. What I'm saying is, I feel like you being a mother to our child as you should, and me being a father to our child as I should, it's still like, okay, I need to make sure that, hey, that there's going to be times where, okay, you might not have it. I'll help a little bit. I was having a conversation with my friend about something where if my ex-wife is homeless and my son's with her, will you just take this child or take them both? From my experience, yes, I will consult with my wife. I will talk to my current wife about it. I would like to be able to at least do something to where she isn't in that position. That's just me though. Like, I'm not saying that I want, like, no, I don't want her to come move in with me and my current wife. Yeah, we can take my son, but I don't want to have my ex-wife out there on the street. Because to me, sometimes people don't do what they're supposed to do. Sometimes people fall short, and sometimes, and we can't help everybody. But for me, like I said, I'm always going to be there for my son. I'm always going to be there for his mother, regardless of how we look at it. Like I said, my whole faith is this: God is going to take care of everything. But like I said, my job as a man, as a father, because again, I'm not married right now. But like I said, if I am married, it would definitely be a discussion. I'm not going to sit here and say that there's going to be sister wives or they're going to get along or they're not going to get along. But my thing is to make sure that if I'm in a position, I'm going to make sure that when it comes to my son, at least, that he is taken care of, and because he's going to be taken care of anyway. He's taken care of now. He's supported. But like I said, this whole prenup thing, the prenuptial thing is, and I went on a little tangent. Sorry. I get emotional and passionate about this thing. For me, this is just me personally. Call me a simp, call me an idiot, call me a fool. The way I look at the women in my life, those who I've been in those romantic relationships with, whether it was for a very short time or a very long time, I hope that one day I can contribute more appreciation to you. I'm not saying it has to be money, but if I had an opportunity to speak to every last one of the women in my life, at least the ones who I felt were wife worthy, I will make it my business to make sure that everything's okay. I pray every day for the people who came in my life, came through my life, and that's it. Because I don't have no bad blood with anybody. I mean, maybe I'm a do-gooder. Maybe I'm just a do-gooder. But like I said, I don't have any expectations on coming across a lot of them or trying to make it go out of my way to do that. But I'm just saying, if I had an opportunity, like if I see you in passing or whatnot, I would be like, hey, how's it going? And maybe maybe it's not necessary. I talked about this on one of my earlier episodes as far as closure. It's not always necessary, but like I said, it's just this certain thing about me that I just haven't been able to remove yet. You know, I want to be very, I guess I want to be very giving to those who've given to me. But anyway, prenups, what do y'all think of it? How do y'all feel about it? Would you sign one? Do you think it's important that you hold on to the assets that you have when you've gone in? Now, and again, I don't know a lot about the prenuptial agreements because I've never done it. I know, like I said, it's nothing that I think about as far as, I think about it, but it's nothing that I considered. So it just makes me wonder. It's like, okay, say if y'all two have a business together before y'all even get married, what happens? Because like I said, child support isn't the same thing. So to me, I would think someone who has a prenup with someone, or someone who doesn't have a prenup, they've been married for mad long and then they get a divorce and then it's like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and take the dog. See, they can take it because they didn't sign, they can take one because they didn't sign a prenuptial agreement. Kids are different. You still have to go to court sometimes to work out some type of arrangement if you have to. I think sometimes people kind of think that the justice system sometimes goes in favor of the mother. It's certain things, but there's other things more in detail as far as when it comes to, why courts and those politics are involved. It's really mainly because of other circumstances. Because not everybody is noble, not everybody is responsible, not everybody can coordinate and mediate certain things that it has to go in the court of law. But yeah, like I wish I was, I wish like I wanna really take a deep dive into that. Like there's so much stuff going into my mind and my head as far as when it comes like prenuptial agreements, because it's like, man, you go in there, you get married to somebody, y'all both have nothing going in, and then y'all might end it. And if y'all had one, if y'all do have a prenuptial agreement, y'all come back out with, what everything that I've done, everything that we did together, we gonna have nothing. So take a man who's providing, because I go back again to like saying where there is a lot of men, lot of old school people out here who feel like the man is gonna provide everything. So just imagine both of y'all going in there with nothing. Now I don't know exactly how it works when y'all go in there with nothing and y'all sign one. But just imagine the man is working, like he's working his ass off, providing for the household. Y'all get married, he starts the business is in his name, it's his business, all you're doing is working. I don't know how smart that is. I know that most successful men are married. I don't know if they put in their spouse's name with them or not, but you have a business, and then somewhere down the line y'all get divorced, and then hey, she has nothing. You can watch all the Tyler Perry movies and look at all the Dr. Phil shows and Judge Joe and Judge Judy all you want, but in reality, in the real world, there are going to be times where you might feel like, man, I probably should have did it. That's only if y'all, if you was unsure. That's why I encourage marriage only if, you're in that position to where you don't have to sign one, where like where y'all have such a closeness with each other and a closeness to God, because I don't think God would want people to sign prenups. Because I felt like the same thing what Andrew Schultz was talking about, marriage wasn't designed for that. But things happen. So yeah, protect yourself. Like I've seen a lot of good guys, be so messed up because they didn't sign one. Sometimes they get in a position where like, man, you sign a prenup and you're left with nothing after that, after you can put your hard work into. So it's different things. There's different aspects. Like there's different scenarios. I'm fair enough to say that there's different scenarios. So that's why I just say, like, for me personally, and I'm interested to know what y'all think about it. Y'all know how to do this. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know the drill. Like, I ain't signing nothing. I'm not gonna ask, my wife to be to sign anything. Hey, I don't have no intentions on breaking up. We're not breaking up. I'm gonna not claim that. But at the end of the day, I chose you. I picked you, and you picked me. So whatever, however we go in, whatever we built within that time while we're together, you're gonna get a piece of that. I'm not selfish like that. I'm not one of those type of men. I'm not one of those type of guys. I'm not one of those type of individuals. Because I will be reasonable and understanding. So even if it was all your fault, like if I sit here and if we sign a prenup and you're at fault where you might have done something, and I like to me I'm forgiven, but it's like even if it's your fault, in my heart I still feel like I'm like, I made a choice. People, we got to remember this when we when we get in relationships and when we just think about marriage and do marriage, we got to understand that people like we act like that we haven't changed throughout time and throughout years, and we haven't worked our butts off throughout our life. So you got to understand and be prepared and know that when you are in a relationship, when you're in a serious relationship romantically, that sometimes you might grow from the things that kind of connected y'all together, but it's your duty as a man, as a woman, as husband and wife to reconnect. There's this one clip that I seen with a man. He was, and maybe he, and I personally felt like he was talking about marriage, but he was like, if the relationship fails, it's the man's fault. I'm not going to go too deep into that, but I'm not going to agree with that in a totality. But I do understand what he's saying. That's more of a Christian based, godly scriptural thing. Like if a relationship fails, I want to say marriage wise, it's the man's fault because of the leader. Because here's the thing, I know when women are unfaithful, they're already out of the relationship. So there was something there. So and this goes back again, everybody has to do the work. If you want to be in a relationship, you have to do the work to get in that relationship and keep that relationship. If you know what she likes, and sometimes you're gonna have to pander. You can be yourself but pander. Like if she likes chocolate, get her some chocolate every now and then. If she likes, you know, looking at doing puzzles, do some puzzles with her now and then, and vice versa. I mean, people talk about, we shouldn't, compromise and stuff. I mean, you don't necessarily have to compromise. I mean, it's one of those things. It's like if you're into someone, you're into them. But yeah, don't sign no papers, yo. Once y'all in it, y'all better get through it. So just be mindful of the decisions y'all make. So, you know, just be mindful of that. If y'all want to, if it's a business thing, I get it. But I don't encourage anyone to, to just get married for financial gain or anything like besides, love and a lifetime of joy. Because like I said, some people can do that without the marriage thing, but everybody has their own priorities. It's your prerogative. But, blessed ones, I do appreciate all the support. We still got small numbers, but we're gonna change that this year. All right, like we gotta let's do this. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay safe for me, please. Where I'm at, it's cold. It's wintertime. It's snowing. It's raining. It be freezing. It be hot, sweating, all type of stuff. But y'all stay safe. Continue to pray. Prosper. Be productive. Be positive. Because one thing is that this is your life. You're the driver. God is the director, but you're driving. You gotta take control of what you pay attention to. things that you don't believe doesn't make it less real. All right.